I want to talk to you guys about something that's honestly been on my mind a lot lately: property management. I feel like this industry gets completely overlooked. When people think about real estate careers, they immediately think being a realtor who has to wear dress clothes all day. They think commission checks, viral luxury home clips, and million-dollar listings. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying being a realtor is bad, but I think a lot of people are chasing the image of real estate instead of actual opportunity. Because meanwhile, there's this entire side of real estate that almost nobody talks about. It's way more stable, easier to break into, teaches you more about business, and honestly can completely change your life financially if you stick with it. And that's property management. And I say that as somebody who's been in the industry for over 20 years. I started at the front desk making $13 an hour and eventually worked my way up to CEO, making a solid six-figure income with an office view that's pretty incredible. The crazy part is, I didn't even plan on getting into property management. I actually went to school for music business and songwriting at Berklee College of Music in Boston. Then I moved out to Los Angeles trying to make it in music while working random jobs, trying to survive. I was broke. Like, genuinely broke. Couldn't pay my electricity bill broke. I remember clipping coupons like my grandmother used to do, checking prices at the grocery store before putting stuff in the cart because money was that tight. I used to cut open toothpaste tubes trying not to waste anything. My car broke down constantly. And at one point, I was working almost 100 hours a week trying to pay down student loans and making around 45 grand a year. That's the type of real life stuff that people don't talk about enough. A lot of hardworking people right now are grinding themselves into the ground, doing jobs that don't really go anywhere. No stability, no direction, no potential, no growth, just surviving, plateauing. And one conversation completely changed my life. I happened to meet a property manager while moonlighting as a mover in Los Angeles. He was managing this luxury high-rise building right on the Pacific Ocean and offered me a job. He asked me if I had ever considered a job in property management. At the time, I remember joking with him like, yeah, if it has a steady paycheck, I'm interested. That accidental opportunity completely changed the direction of my life. So I'm asking you the same question he asked me. Have you ever considered a job in property management? In this video, I want to give you 5 reasons why I genuinely think property management is one of the best careers in America right now. Reason number 1, the stability. And man, is stability underrated right now. Everyone online talks about entrepreneurship, becoming an influencer, flipping houses, becoming a realtor, crypto, side hustles. Meanwhile, what you're not seeing is what's going on behind the curtain. Half these people are stressed out of their minds trying to figure out how they're going to pay rent next month. Property management is different. People always need housing. Always. It's estimated that less than 40% of Americans can afford to buy a house right now, which means that more than 60% are living in apartments or rentals of some sort. And apartment buildings need people to run them. Residents need help. Leases need to be signed. Maintenance needs coordination. That's never going away. And honestly, in 2026, I think people are finally starting to realize that stability is actually valuable again. Because a lot of these trendy career paths people are chasing right now are insanely overcrowded. Everybody wants the remote job. Everybody wants the easy online money. Everybody wants the aesthetic social media career. But you know what happens when everybody chases the same thing? Competition goes through the roof. And that's why I always tell people direction matters more than effort. You can work insanely hard in the wrong industry and still struggle. Meanwhile, somebody else picks an industry that's actually hiring and their whole life changes. Property management has real demand. And there's so many ways into it: leasing, assistant property manager, front desk, operations, maintenance coordination. This is one of the few careers left where you can still get in, prove yourself, and move up fast without spending years buried in debt. Which honestly leads into reason number 2. Property management is the easiest backdoor into real estate. And I truly believe that. Most people think becoming a realtor is the way into real estate. But honestly, becoming a realtor is hard. Like way harder than social media makes it look. People see the luxury listings and commission checks online. What they don't see is the licensing classes, exams, inconsistent income, crazy competition, months without closing deals, paying for leads, commission-only pay structure, and dressing up all day hoping somebody buys a house or even just shows up for their appointment. Some people crush it doing that, but a lot of people don't. In fact, most people don't, especially people starting from zero. Meanwhile, property management, you can get hired faster, get paid a salary, learn the business, build real experience, and still be inside real estate. You're basically getting paid to learn the industry instead of gambling on commissions. That's why I think it's one of the smartest career paths that nobody talks about. And honestly, That's one of the biggest reasons I created my Course Careers Property Management course. Because one thing I've realized is the problem in today's job market isn't usually that people are lazy. It's that people either don't have updated skills or they never learn how the hiring process actually works. And both matter now. Employers don't really hire potential anymore. They hire readiness. That's why inside my course, I focus on both the actual property management skills and how to actually get hired, because those are two completely different things. Most colleges teach theory for 4 years and then basically throw you out into the world and say, good luck. A lot of online courses do the same thing. They teach outdated information, then leave you completely alone when it comes to resumes, interviews, networking, and standing out. That's not how I built this. The entire goal is helping people become job ready and helping them actually land a job faster. And honestly, a lot of people are able to break into the industry in as little as 4 to 12 weeks. So if you want to check it out, I linked the free intro course below. You can see if property management is even a good fit for you first. And if you decide to move forward with the full course, you can use my link below to get $50 off. Now, reason number 3. This career is basically paid business education. And this is the part almost nobody understands until they actually work in the industry. When you're a property manager, you don't just learn one thing. You learn everything. Sales, marketing, accounting, operations, leadership, customer service, conflict resolution, budgeting. You're basically running a multi-million-dollar business every day. That's why I think property management prepares people for almost anything. I've seen people go from property management into sales, operations, real estate investing, construction, leadership roles, and business ownership, because you get exposed to so many different aspects of business. That's why so many successful real estate people have their kids start in property management first, because it teaches you how everything actually works from the inside out. You're not just learning theory and hypotheticals, you're learning real life. And the beautiful part is, you're getting paid while learning it. Okay, reason number 4. The growth. This industry changed my confidence completely, because before property management, I felt stuck. Like when your car gets stuck in the mud and the harder you hit the gas, the more the wheels spin and the bigger mess you make. I felt like I was working hard but not actually building anything. What I love about this industry is if you're good, people notice. You solve problems, you communicate well, you help people, you learn fast, and you move up. I started at the front desk, then maintenance supervisor, leasing agent, property manager, regional manager, vice president, and eventually CEO. And unlike a lot of jobs today where promotions feel impossible, property management still feels like one of those industries where effort actually translates. And the income growth is real too. Luxury property managers can make over 6 figures. Regional managers can make $150,000 plus. Executives can make $250,000 to $300,000 or more. And again, you do not need to become a realtor to make good money in real estate. That's one of the biggest misconceptions out there. All right, reason number 5, the lifestyle. Honestly, guys, this career changed my life. Not just financially, personally too. When I was younger, I was constantly stressed about money. Now I've been able to buy a home for my family, nice cars, put one of my kids through private school, and actually create lasting stability. But the thing I value most, time. This career gave me flexibility. It allowed me to actually be there for my kids and my family. And I think a lot of people chase careers without thinking about the actual lifestyle attached to them. They chase flashy income numbers. Meanwhile, they're miserable, burned out, stressed, and always working. Property management gave me stability, income growth, flexibility, leadership, relationships, and purpose. And that's why I think it's the ultimate career. Now look, I'm not saying it's perfect. You're dealing with people, problems, unexpected situations. Some days are stressful, but actually, that's also what makes it interesting. Every day is different. And if you're somebody who wants a practical career with real opportunity, real growth, and a real future, I genuinely think property management is one of the smartest paths you can take right now, especially in 2026. Because the people winning right now aren't necessarily the smartest people. They're the people choosing industries that are actually hiring, they're learning relevant skills, and they're understanding how hiring actually works. I've said it before, direction beats effort, and property management is one of the clearest paths I've seen to building a stable, scalable life. If you enjoyed my content, please like and subscribe below for more insider information. But if you want to learn more right now, check out the free intro course linked below. You can learn more about the industry, see what day-to-day life actually looks like, and figure out if this career makes sense for you. And if you decide to move forward with the full course, you can use my link below to get $50 off. Because truly, if I could go back and start over again, I would have gotten into this industry way sooner.